everybody. Hello, everyone. Sorry about my audio. Let me just get my cheat sheet real quick. Haha. How is everybody doing this Saturday night? It's 8 p.m. Hope you had something to eat or maybe a snack or something. All right, here we go. Mhm. So, our guest for today is now in the lobby. I want to welcome everybody to the very first episode. This is really funny to me because this is called a pilot episode. So there's no real solid thing that's going on here. Just testing the waters, and my guest is a soon-to-be pilot. So I don't know. That's funny for me. Um, Welcome to Beyond the Cage with your host, Jack, where we celebrate the grit, the determination, and the stories of warriors both inside and outside the cage. Again, I am Jack, bringing you closer to the heart of combat sports with insights, real experience, and conversations that inspires. For our first episode, we have an exceptional guest joining us today. A three organization flyweight champion in the Philippines. He is a soon to be pilot. He won the award of International Manager of the Year in 2014. And now, get a load of this. He founded, he is the founder of the Philippine Combat Sports or PCC. He is none other than Joe Vincent Chainsaw. Let's bring him in. Hey Joe, how you
Hello
doing?
guys. Hello guys. Thank you for having me on the show, Uncle Jack. And good evening everyone. Thank you for having me on the show, Uncle Jack. Um I just like to greet all the MMA Filipino fans. Hello, hi, how there? Kumusta kayo lahat? Sana maging okay kayo.
All right. It's this is a really banger for me because, and I'm sorry about my Tagalog. It's so good. It's an honor for me because ito ang first episode. It's a pilot episode, and I have Jovis and So right here live. So thank you. It's an honor. So
It's
how are
mine. The
you?
pleasure is
Kumusta?
mine, Uncle Jack. Sa akin yung pleasure. Thank you for having me, Uncle Jack. Ha?
Right. Kumusta, Joe Vincent? This is so
Ah,
awkward calling you Joe Vincent.
that's fine. You can call me Joe, Uncle Jack.
Mhm.
Magkakatagal naman na tayo magkakilala, no? And I'm happy na meron ka ng podcast show this time. And
Thank you. Thank you.
again, thank you for having me on your very first podcast show and on your very first episode. So, going back to your question, how am I doing? Sobrang busy ko talaga ngayon, Uncle Jack. Sobrang busy. Medyo kapon I did my management stuff together with my fighters. So
Mhm.
syempre kailangan I need to remember to myself na manager pa rin ako.
Mhm.
So yun, and then
Right.
also I'll be preparing some fight this coming April or May. So yun din, ang hirap din.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, pinifusion ko pa yung pag-aaral ko at the same time working. And this coming February 1, my MMA promotion.
Wow.
So
You are a really busy man, and as expected from somebody like you. Um, let's talk about your promotion a little bit later. I just wanna just wanna make chika about you. So what keeps you busy lately? Ano ang what's the word? Pinag-aabalahan mo right now?
right now, Uncle Jack, actually,
Like outside MMA, outside combat sports. What are you into recently?
if it is outside of MMA naman, I've been very, very busy sa pagpapilot. Siyempre,
Mhm.
student pa rin ako and then malapit na yung practical exams namin. And then, of course, I'm freelance software developer, no? So, from time to time, project-based naman kami. So, kahit paano naman na manage ko yung oras ko. So, yun. Aral sa umaga, then trabaho sa gabi.
That is really fascinating kasi common expectation ng mga tao is if you're a fighter, all you do is like bam, 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 and that's it all day. Now I can see fighters that are engineers that are doing other stuff outside, and you, a pilot and you're an IT, and I studied IT too. I'm kind of in the IT industry right now, so I know how difficult it is to be in the IT industry, and I don't even know how to code, and I'm not gonna I mean I've seen you code before. You did post some coding, so I know how hard that is. And balancing between fighting, managing, and being a pilot, that is a you're living a life. You're living a life. So
Ayan, totoo yun. I'm living a life.
so everybody wants to know, you didn't really make like an official statement dito sa most recent fight mo, international fight with Mokaev. So this is kind of a medium spice question. So how did you how did you feel about your performance with your fight with Mokaev?
Actually, Uncle Jack, ngayon lang ako mag-open up. Dito ko lang sasabihin sa inyo na I really feel bad, no, na ganun yung performance na pinakita ko. Yes, despite na I took it on a late notice fight. Pero people says karamihan ng tao nagsasabi is tinanggap ko siya dahil sa pera, ganun. No, tinanggap ko siya with the mindset of me winning that fight. Ganun yung mindset ko. Hindi ko tinitignan yung pera. Oo, malaki, pero ang mindset ko kasi is talunin siya eh. And currently, outside of UFC, Mokaev is the number 1 MMA fighter. And if hindi siya natanggal sa UFC, siya pa rin yung number 1 contender. And imagine if I could beat that guy. And going back to your question, no, what do I feel? I feel bad. I feel bad, no? Hindi ganun talaga. Hindi siya dapat maging ganun. And if I could turn back time, I could have done a different strategy.
Mhm.
Pero anyway, it is what it is. Nangyari na yon. Pero and then it created a lot of opportunity. Not only
Mhm.
for me, but I also created a lot of opportunity for other Filipinos by making such an nagkaroon ako ng agreement with some organizations there. So, marami pang kwento sa likod niyan, guys. Maraming kwento pa. Hindi lang yung tinanggap ko yung laban kay Mokaev. Marami pa laging ex-deal yan. Siyempre ako tingin nyo ba papayag ako ng ganun-ganun lang? Siyempre, gagamitan din natin ng ano yan, ng ganyan, di ba? Hindi
Right,
lang tayo
right.
tatanggap ng laban,
Mhm.
hindi lang tayo basta babayaran, tatanggap ng laban. Gagamit din tayo ng ganyan.
Yes,
Ex-deal. Sa lahat, to
exactly.
my advice sa other fighters, kailangan may ano kayo, may mga strategy rin kayo, may mga marunong din kayong humirit sa organizations, so on and so forth.
Yep. Uh, what you felt and what you're feeling about that is understandable because we've been training a lot and I kind of know you for the past years. You're a very competitive guy. Like even in training, you want you want the best performance on training. Um, but I think what you're saying is itong experience na ito is opened a lot of bridges for you. Kasi ganun naman talaga ang nangyayari once you join but once you join an event, you're just enemies inside the cage. And
Yes.
usually, outside after the event, you get invites like, hey, come on over, and we need to train, we exchange best practices, and you build the community from that, and it's a very beautiful thing. And for those of you who are watching and are not very much in tune with the MMA community, we are only we are only enemies inside the cage. The MMA community is a very beautiful community. Lahat kami dito magkakilala, we're all friends except for some.
Yes, Uncle Jack, totally agree. Totoo yun at agree ako doon sa sinabi mo na yun. Magkakaaway lang kami sa loob ng cage, no? Lahat ng
Exactly.
MMA, maliit lang ang community ng MMA dito sa Pinas and then magkakaaway lang kami sa loob ng cage. Pero outside of the cage, okay naman kami. Ito mga real fighters, we're talking then again, real fighters.
Mhm. Yeah.
Aside pa yung mga keyboard warriors and what so forth. Actually guys, sila pa yung matatapang sa online. Pero
Right.
if you met a real MMA fighter, doon lang kami sa cage. Doon lang kami magsasakitan, doon lang kami magsusuntukan. Pero outside of that, even their coaches, respect yan. It's all about respect.
Yep. Definitely. Now, I have a slightly spicy question for you.
Go
Um,
ahead.
so let's say one day, one of these days, Mokaev contacted you and he went like, "Hello, Joe Vincent, this is me, Mokaev. You and me, I want rematch. Gusto niya na rematch. Would you accept?"
Actually, Uncle Jack, dito ko lang sasabihin sa show mo to, no? Sa show mo lang to sasabihin ko. Meron na nangyaring ganyang deal. Actually, kinontak ng manager niya, yung manager ko, and then, which is ako rin, yung manager ko.
Mhm.
Tatalunin ko yung dalawa siguro sa teammate niya bago ulit pumayag siya ng rematch. Dalawa sa teammate niya. And then kilala ko naman yung isa doon sa dalawa. Pero sabi ko, as of right now, I really need to train hard. Hindi pwedeng ganito yung oras ko. Hindi pwedeng ganito ako. Dami kong ginagawa. Si Mokaev kasi, yun lang ginagawa niya.
Mhm.
Yun lang ginagawa niya. So, sabi ko, nagkaroon ulit ako ng ex-deal sa kanila. Hininga nila ako ng deal na, Joe, if you want to rematch with us, eto muna dadaanan mo. No, so alam ko na rin naman kung saan sila tumatakbo ko nung iniisip nila. So nag-counter proposal din ako. Sabi ko ganito, may bata ako. May
Mhm.
bata ako, lalabanan ng bata ko yung dalawang bata mo, then siya ilalaban sa'yo. So,
Right.
then the deal goes from there. So, this is the
Oh,
reason why kaya ginawa yung PCC. Kailangan ko makagawa ng malakas talaga na halimaw. So, kailangan ko talagang ipalag sa kanila.
so everybody that's watching, you've heard it from the man itself, the man himself, right? Um, we don't know. We're not gonna ask you because alam natin na it's difficult to say what the date is, but we're looking forward to that. That is like I thought it was a mid-spice question, but it's really spicy, Joe. I like it.
So,
Now,
syempre, spicy dapat sa first
yeah,
episode mo pa naman ako eh. So, syempre, spicy talaga dapat natin.
right. First episode in Joe Vincent. So, I wanna. So this next question would be for our MMA fighters out there and the MMA enthusiasts na mahilig mag-breakdown ng stuff that's going on in a fight. Now, I think we briefly discussed this in our circle. Um, you were able to land a couple of kicks and punches to Mukaev. Now, when okay, this is not to talk bad about Mukaev, but I
Yeah,
think this is just my opinion, okay? So I think what
okay.
happened was when you landed a couple of strikes to him, he felt the threat. Then all of a sudden, he changed level, he went down, nag-shoot siya sa iyo. So then the rest is history. Now, could you give an insight to our MMA fighters that are curious what happened there.
Actually, he did really a great job, no. Kung if I could have said, sinay ko niya ako. Kasi during our interview, during sa press conference, he was telling to everyone. Sinasabi niya sa lahat na this time ipapakita ko yung striking ko. For those sa mga hindi nakakilala kay Mokaev, he's a world class grappler. So kung nandun si Khabib, nandun yung level niya. Ganun siya kagaling. So, alam niyo naman, 36-0 yung record niya. Including amateurs, ha. Anyway, so grappler siya, world-class grappler. Ito yung tipong wrestler na kayang magbato ng suplex sa kahit anong position. Ganun. Then, nababash siya lagi kasi palagi daw wrestling, ganyan. Then, anyway, sa press conference namin, sabi niya, I'm gonna knock this guy out. I'm gonna show to everyone na meron siyang magandang striking.
Mm.
Kahit itanong niya sa corner man ko, sa mga Pilipinong nandun, sabi nila, na-knockout daw niya ako. And sabi niya, he will do that on the first round. He will show his striking. Actually, nandun na tayo sa Beyond UFC eh. Nandun siya sa podcast. Sinabi na ina-knockout niya ako. So anyway, masaya rin naman ako. I was able to showcase ng striking ng tough guys. Na-showcase ko rin sa kanya anong klaseng striking ang meron ng Filipino. Na-force ko siya, nabigyan ko siya ng threat na shoot siya. So, yun ang nangyari doon. Mayroon din akong cornerman na Russian na close friend ko talaga. Sinabi niya, narinig daw niya sa corner nila Mokaev, sabi niya, wag ka nang makipag-striking, shoot ka na. Wag ka na so, yun, naramdaman din siguro nila yung threat na mananockout sila. I mean, hindi naman mananockout. I mean, madadamage ko siya.
So like you have a higher chance of defeating him if he stays dancing with you. Parang ganun.
Yes. Actually, ito hindi ko naman sa binubuhat sarili ko, Uncle Jack, no. Pag leg kick ko, naramdaman ko malambot. Malambot talaga, naramdaman ko talaga, lambot ng paa niya, sabi. Sobrang lambot. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo, during yung latter rounds, may dalawa ko o isang leg kick na sumablay talaga. Kasi ganun ko talaga binabato ng full force. Kasi naramdaman ko malambot eh. Kumain pa siya siguro probably 3 nun. Tingin ko 3 Tingin ko talaga
there was even one moment that both of your shins went together like this.
Oo, nag-collide. Tama, Uncle Jack. Yun, nag-collide. Syempre, tough guys ako. Karate brown belt ako. So, alam mo naman, malakas talaga ako leg kick. So, pag leg kick ko, naramdaman ko malambot siya. Alam ko, naramdaman din niya. So, anyway, going back, pag leg kick ko, sabi ko, hahatawin ko talaga to ng leg kick kahit kumain pa ako ng suntok sa kanya. So, tuwan-tuwa ako leg kick, then nag-jab ako, pag jab ko, shoot siya. Yun ang nangyari doon, Uncle Jack. So, anyway, after the fight, pumunta kami sa medic. Yun. Doon, pina-check na yung shin niya. Nag-collide yung dalawang shin namin eh.
And
tanong
I guess,
sa cornerman ko kung ano nangyari, kung anong hindi naman sa binubuhat ko again nakita naman niya yung bukol sa nangyari doon. Nag-collide kasi yung dalawang paa namin. So siguro kaya siya nag-shoot.
No, like even if because I reviewed the fight I think a day ago, that was really an impactful kick. Especially I felt it on my shin, especially when it collided. And I think that was the factor that made him realize, oh, I gotta bring this on the ground, right?
Yes.
So
kaya putuli lang kita saglit. I think napanood mo yung dati kong laban against Ariel Oliveros. My title fight in UGB. So nangyari din yun, nag-collide din yung shin ko tsaka shin ng kalaban ko. Then nakita mo naman, 'di ba? Tinahi yung niya. Karoon siya ng malaking sugat sa shin. So
I was
ganun
on the ring
ko.
side cheering for you back then.
Nandun siya, guys. Nandun si Uncle Jack sa ringside. Nakita niya na mahilig kasi talaga ako bumato ng leg kick. So, yun nga, tumama sa shin ng kalaban ko. Pumutok na Uncle Jack. Kakita mo, diba? Dumudugo.
Yes, so much.
So, ganun nga iniisip ko. Sana mangyari kay Mokaev that time yun. Kasi pag nangyari yun, mahirapan shoot. Pag kasi nangyari yun, guys, ang hirap na shoot eh. Yung shoot mo, predictable na. So, hindi, mautak si Mokaev eh. So, di na niya hinayaan.
And everybody in, like, even in the MMA community, they it's a very underutilized thing, the leg kick. Kasi once na ma-damage na ang legs is how do you stand up? You use your legs, right? So it's a very powerful tool. And I've received some from you. I'm gonna get
Okay.
back to you. All right. So
Karamihan kasi sa Uncle Jack, karamihan sa Filipino boxers. So, malakas
yes.
talaga. So, puro
Mhm.
jab straight. So, dapat leg kickin mo rin. Kahit yung mga suntok guys, ang nanggagaling ng lakas sa suntok sa paa pa rin.
Yep.
So, if you
That
chop up the legs, yun na, mahirap na sumut, mahirap na makipag-boxing. Ganun lang
yep.
na.
I
Anyway,
I agree
nasabi
on
ko
that.
lang.
So speaking of international the international MMA scene, I want to ask you what's because I know I know how it is here in locally because I've been on and off fighting in the ring, amateur. So I know basically how things go. What's the difference between dito sa Philippines and if you're fighting international? Ano ba ang key differences? This is for the fighters that are looking into fighting internationally.
Okay, that's a good question, no, Uncle Jack. Thank you sa pagtanong niyan. Kasi ako, bibigyan ko na kayo ng tatlong part ng MMA. Unang-una niya, magsisimula kayo sa mga in-house tournament. So, in-house tournament, if you keep winning, feeling mo magaling ka na no? Magaling ka na, okay na.
Mm.
Then, lalaban ka locally, against the best na mga gym or regionals, against best na mga province fighter.
Mm.
Then, doon mo mararamdaman medyo magaling pala. Mahirap pala, no? Mahirap pala. Kasi, ang gagaling eh. Parang ako, nung unang laban ko sa local, talo ko. Talo ba? Hindi naman. Pero nabugbog ako. Masay kong grabe pa lang. Akala ko sa in-house, sa palaro ng in-house gym namin, ang galing-galing ko na eh. Nagcha-champion ako, ganyan. Pero nung nilabas ako, nahirapan ako. Then, sa mga hindi nakakalam sa inyo, 3 times ako natalo dito sa local, no? Mahirap dito sa local. Then, after that, na-overcome ko, progress ulit ako, naging champion ako dito sa local 3 times. Then, lumabas ako, I go for international. Then, doon ko na-realize na ang laki pa pala ng bundok na akyatin ko. Sobrang laki pa pala. Kasi nung
Let me cut you off for a second. So Joe meant this is for everybody watching that are not inclined into MMA. Joe is a 3 organization champion. What that means is, let's say three, I have 3 UFCs. He went there one by one, and he's like, I'm gonna make this my stomping ground. He defeated every flyweight in those 3 organizations. So that's
ano,
what that means. So sorry, going back, I just explained it to everybody that's not MMA inclined. Going back
yun,
to you.
gano'n. So, 3-time promotion, ibig sabihin tatlo nga, lumaban ako sa ganitong MMA promotion, nakuha ko yung championship belt, lumaban ako sa Naga, sa Bicol, nakuha ko ulit yung belt. Then lumaban ako dito sa Marikina ba yun? Ewan ko kung saan yun. Nakalimutan ko na kung saan. Sa QC, then nakuha ko ulit yung belt. Major promotion naman to. So, anyway, going back, nung lumaban ako sa international, ang hirap pala. Sabi ko, ganitong level pala. Kasi, I have this mentality na kaya ko na eh. Sabi ko, invincible na ako eh. Kaya ko na eh. Kaya ko sumabay, kaya ko lumaban. Then, tinapatan ko kagad against best yung unang laban ko against Isaac Pimentel. He's the number 1. That time, he's the number 1 flyweight fighter in Middle East. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Then, tinanggap ko siya late notice. Sabi ko, bakit hindi? Kaya ko naman. Then, things didn't go on my way. No? Munti ko siya ma-knockout, pero talo pa rin. Unanimous decision. Sorry, split ata. Then, sumunod naman, kinalaban ko ulit, number 4 rank sa UK. Aaron Abbey. So, grappler naman to. Yung grappling talaga ng ibang bansa is high caliber. Then, natalo ulit ako decision. Then, right now, huling talo ko sa international is against Muhammad Mukaev. This time, nakapag-adjust na dapat ako eh. Kasi I fought 2 black belt. Pero iba pa pala yung Dagestani wrestler. Parang iba. Kausap ko si Mokaev, tinanong ko kung anong belt niya sa jiu-jitsu, sabi niya hindi raw siya nagbe-belt sa jiu-jitsu. Yan yung sabi niya sa akin. So anyway, yun lang naman. Titatanong ko, going back to your question, kung anong difference ng MMA sa international kumpara dito sa local, is just aware lang sila. Aware sila sa MMA. Unlike dito, marami pa tayong hindi alam sa MMA, marami pang hindi nakakalam kung anong MMA. Ang tawag ng MMA sa atin, UFC. So, ganun ka hindi alam ng MMA dito sa Pilipinas. That's the reason why ako, tingin ko ang calling ko is para mag-aware sa mga tao na, hey, Filipinos, magaling tayo sa suntukan, no? Magaling tayo sa combat sports, hindi tayo para sa basketball. So, ganun ang gusto ko mangyari, na lahat imbis na mag-sponsor sila sa basketball, mag-sponsor sila sa MMA, mag-sponsor sila sa combat sports. Ganun. Kasi ako, I truly believe ang mga Filipino, galing talaga niyan sa MMA. Malakas tayo sa suntukan eh. May puso tayo, malakas tayo, hindi tayo umaayaw. It's just hindi lang tayo nabibigyan ng suporta.
Exactly. I agree on that. And if you look back from the early 1900s, mayroon ng a couple of Filipino fighters, mostly boxers, na nag-champion internationally, and they're known internationally. So I'm not into basketball either, but looking at when Filipinos have medals, it's mostly for fighting, right? It's boxing, that kind of stuff. Yes. So I agree with you on that the Filipinos should have a proper funding when it comes to
sponsorship, financial, lahat, commercials, lahat. Kulang na kulang talaga tayo, Uncle Jack. And I think this is my calling na rin. Ako siguro magpuput ng awareness sa mga tao dito sa Pilipinas. And hopefully, magawa ko siya maging masama sa PE natin as young kids na ito ang MMA. Parang sa Dagestan, sa Russia, sa Brazil, sa US. Sa US, as 6 years old, 7 years old, nag-wrestling na sila. Ganun man lang, kahit man lang sa atin, may ganun man lang sana, no? Dito, ganun din. I hope na MMA sana maging aware lahat ng mga big major sponsors natin.
You know, I am 100% with you on that. And especially, like, this is gonna be, I'm probably gonna get some hate with this, but especially now, children are more into gadgets, and you know, they're getting softer. So I have a little boy, and I know what it is. So
Yes, okay.
yeah, 100% I agree with you on that. Now, speaking of international fighting and opportunities, let's go to this spicy thing that you are preparing for everybody. Next question would be, what is this? What is PCC? What is Philippine Combat Championship? What is it all about?
Philippine Combat Championship, I use this, actually, I'll make it, medyo mahaba to, pero I explain ko, Uncle Jack. Wala naman talaga akong balak mag-start ng promotion. Wala talaga. Then, all of a sudden, naging MMA manager ako. Alam niyo naman lahat ng naging kwento ko sa MMA manager. Na-expose ako sa international.
Right.
Na-expose ako sa international, na-connect ako sa mga ibang international organization. Okay? So, na-connect ako sa kanila, then nakipag-usap sila sa akin, sabi nila, Joe, ganito, nakikita namin sa'yo na hindi ka lang more than just fighting. Kaya mong, naintindihan mo kung paano tumatakbo tong negosyo, di ba? Yun yung basically, ganun ang sabi nila sa akin. Sabi ko, oo. So, since kilala ka namin as a fighter, then kilala ka namin as a manager, bakit hindi ka namin maging contact? Para mabigyan mo ganito, para mabigyan mo kami as an international promotion ng quality na MMA fighters coming from the Philippines, ikaw magiging contact namin. since manager ka na, ikaw maging contact namin. Then on my part, yes, oo, that time, tuwan-tuwa ako. Oy, kukunan daw ako ng mga MMA fighter. That means pera, no? So magkakaroon ako ng budget magkakaroon ako ng magandang opportunity. I see this as a opportunity for myself. Pero habang humihingi sila ng demand, humihingi itong mga international organization na to ng demand sa akin na, Joe, kailangan namin ng ganitong Filipino. Meron ka ba? Wala akong makita. Bigla akong walang makita. Maraming MMA fighters sa atin, pero wala silang record sa topology, which is very important. Doon pa lang bagsak na eh. Doon pa lang, Uncle Jack, bagsak na sila. Kumbaga sa pasahan ng resume, hindi ka qualified. Kasi may qualifications yan eh. At least ganitong win mo, ganito record mo. So, makaramitan sa Filipino, wala, Uncle Jack. So, anong nangyari? Doon sumagi sa isip ko, why not na magtayo ako ng MMA promotion? So, that's the reason why I created Philippine Combat Championship. It will use as a platform for Filipino MMA fighters to build up their records, to be exposed to international fights. So, yun yung main purpose ng Philippine Combat Championship. Hindi ako para maging kukunin kita as a fighter, gagawin kitang champion sa promotion ko. Hindi ganon. Kukunin kitang fighter para i-manage ko. Para maintindihan nyo ulit, kukunin ko kayong fighter, uulitin ko, gagawin ko kayong managing ko. Ako magiging manager nyo. Ibibuild ko record nyo sa Philippine Combat Championship. From there, ilalabang ko sa international. Kasi, Uncle Jack, meron akong inalaga na isang MMA fighter, locally si Marvin Kirante, no? And then everyone knows ano nangyari sa kanya. Dati siyang naghahalo ng semento. Ganun yung trabaho niya. Sa construction siya. Then, inalaga ko record niya, nanalo siya, tuloy-tuloy. Then, yun, nandun na siya. He's in one championship, superstar na siya. He's 2 fights away from making a deal. 2 fights away kami, So, lahat itong mga Filipino to, hey Joe, gusto namin magpa-manage sa'yo. Joe Vincent, pwede ka bing magpa-manage sa'yo, ganito, ganyan. Coach Joe, pwede ka magpa-manage. Pero as much as gusto ko naman kayong i-manage lahat, hindi rin ako pwede tanggap ng tanggap.
Right.
Hindi ako pwedeng basta tanggap ng Filipino fighters sa promotion ko. Especially may mga ka-team din ako sa pagiging manager. So, that's the reason why ginawa ko rin tong Philippine Combat Championship. Itong Philippine Combat Championship is, paano ba sabihin, Uncle Jack? Para siyang dito ko kayo titignan kung may
it's like picking ground. Who's the best?
I mean, nakukuha niyo yung ibig ko sabihin. Hindi ko lang masabi, pero naiintindihan niyo yung gusto kong mangyari. Dito ko kayo sasalain. Kumbaga salaan to. Kung pang-international ka ba talaga. At the same time, ibibuild ko record mo. Kung nakita ko, uy, maganda gumalaw to, pwede to. So, kukunin na kita. That's the reason why itong Philippine Combat Championship, wala talaga. Walang TF, walang ticket sales, wala. Ginawa ko lang siya for the sake na mabuild ko, makatulong ako ng maraming Filipino MMA fighters.
So, wait. Let's back up a bit, okay? How do I put this? So, there's no money here. Walang pera. Then, there's no TF since there's no money coming in. There's no TF for the fighters.
Wala.
What? Wala. This is like the proper word would be a noble cause, Joe. This is noble work.
Noble work for me, yes. Ako, especially ako, nagtapon ako ng pera. Sa mga fighters naman, lalabang kayo ng for free. Kasi guys, let me be honest alam nyo naman lahat, fighter din ako eh. Ako myself, I'm a professional fighter. Ngayon, kung pera ang hinahanap nyo sa fighting, let's be honest lang na, real talk lang to. Kung pera ang hinahanap nyo sa fighting, guys, sabihin ko na sa inyo, nasa maling sports kayo. nasa maling sport, napakahirap maging fighter. Ito lang sabihin ko sa inyo, napakahirap yung investment na gagawin nyo. Napakahirap. Alam niyan, alam ni Uncle Jack, ilang beses ako lumaban ng libre. Si Marvin Kirante, sabihin ko na sa inyo, mahigit 16 na libreng laban. At least nga ako dito sa Philippine Combat Championship, 4 lang ang hinihingi ko, 4 na panalo lang. Ngayon, once you were able to build up the records, yung record na hinihingi ko, napakasarap. The fruit of your labor, yung kumbaga yung tinanim mong bunga, kakainin mo na. Gagalingan mo na sa international. So, then again, ulitin ko, kung pera ang hinahanap nyo sa fighting, huwag nyo na kayong umasa. Wala talaga. Wala pa sa simula yan. Talagang investment yan. Lalaban ka ng libre. Hindi mo alam kailan ka lalaban sa international. Kasi alam naman natin na ang pera nasa international, Uncle Jack eh.
Yes.
So, ulitin ko, kung pera ang hinahanap nyo, simulat pa lang ng career nyo, lalo na pag simula pa lang ng career mo, imaginein mo, 1-0 ka pa lang o 0-1 ka pa lang. Ay naghahanap ka na kagad ng pera. Guys, nasa maling liga kayo. Ako na nagsasabi. Ano bang sports na may pera kagad, Uncle Jack?
Poker.
Hindi ko rin alam. Sugal pa, 'di ba? So magbigay kayo sa akin ng
I don't know.
Magbigay kayo sa akin ng anong sports na magbibigay sa inyo ng malaking amount sa simula pa lang ng career nyo. Sa tingin ko wala. Ako, hindi ko alam. Kung meron man, di doon na kayo. Hindi MMA. Ngayon, yung Philippine Combat Championship is tutulungan lang ito para ma-expose kayo sa MMA. Para magka-record yung sa topology nyo. Yun lang naman yun. Kung pera hinanap nyo, hindi ito yun. Hindi ito yung sports na para sa inyo. Matagal lang bago kayo mag-ROI. Return of income, sabi nga nila.
You really are a businessman, Joe. So,
yes.
Having said that, this is the way I'm getting this is parang prove yourself. It's an investment for your career. This is what I'm getting with PCC. So, earn the spot, 4 wins, then let's talk about your international fight. Parang that's what I'm getting here, right?
Yes, Uncle Jack. Investment to. Tinutulungan ko kayong gumawa ng record. Kung tinutulungan ko kayong gumawa ng record, parang paano ko ba sasabihin, Uncle Jack? Para akong school. Look at me as a school. Sa school ba school ba nagbabayad sa inyo? Ikaw nga Uncle Jack, school ba nagbabayad sa inyo? Exactly. Siyempre hindi, di ba? So, etong PCC is like internship siya. Magi-intern ka rito. Hindi ka naman babayaran dito eh. Pero bibigyan kita ng experience.
So, my comment on that is, with parang you and me, parang almost sabay lang tayo nagsimula. I think 2015 or 14 in 14. MMA. Yes. So, we're almost at that. But So, yes. Anyway, we know a lot of fighters that are really good, really skillful fighters.
Pero dami.
Yeah, ang problem that I am seeing is, number one, their fights are not recorded. And number
exactly,
two,
Uncle Jack. Exactly.
Right? Their fights are not recorded. And number two, since the fights are not recorded, maghahanap sila ng somebody that knows somebody that has a bigger promotion. And most of the time, international fights needs you to have a record, an official record. So, this is really good work. This is really good work for you because you are putting a solution to a problem that's been in the MMA community in the Philippines since the start. So, as a part of the MMA community in the Philippines, thank you, Joe.
Guys, explain ko lang at thank you kay Uncle Jack. Buti nakita nyo guys, pag marunong kayo magbasa ng MMA, hindi ko kayo nilamangan. Ginawan ko kayo ng pabor. Kasi saan kayo magbibuild ng MMA record nyo? Sige nga sabihin nyo sa akin saan kayo magbibuild ng MMA record nyo. Ako, personally, nakilala ko yung isa sa mga director ng Topology, then kilala rin naman niya ako, then nabanggit ko sa kanya na gusto ko magpalaro, and then ang sakit kasi sa Pilipinas, marami kaming MMA fighter pero walang record. Then from there, nabanggit niya na sabi niya, sige Joe, ganito, magpasa ka ng ganitong requirements. Actually, ang daming requirements nun Para lang malaman nyo. And then katulad niyan, si Uncle Jack, napansin niya yung effort na nilagay ko doon. Kung gaano kahirap isara yung ganong klaseng deal sa international na maging kilalanin ng topology yung palaro mo. So, katulad niya sila Coach Rolando D. Diba? Siyan, si Coach Rolando D. Everyone knows who's Rolando Gabriel D is. Isa siya sa kumontak sa akin, sabi niya, Joe, isusupport ko yung palaro mo, ganito, ganyan. Then sinabi ko sa kanya, bro, wala akong TF. Sabi niya, okay lang, walang kaso. Alam ko kung anong ginawa mo. So kita nyo, kasing galing ni Rolando D, pumayag na magpasok ng fighter sa palaro ko. Kasi alam niya anong klaseng paghihirap yung ginawa ko. And alam niya, as a manager and a coach, kung gaano ka-importante yung katulad ng palaro ko, yung Philippine Combat Championship. How important it is as a platform for MMA fighters. Kumbaga sa building, foundation to. Biga, kumbaga. For you to build your record going to international.
You know, I've been contemplating a lot since I've heard of your PCC, since your conception na I think it was one time sa gym, you were doing this, Joe, you were doing this. You're like, ano kaya ang magandang pangalan sa promotion? And you were like, Pinoy ba or Philippines? And you know, at that moment, parang sabi ko, I think this guy is up to something big again. And like I said, you've created a solution to a problem, and this is not a lot of people would understand why wala pera sa PCC. But the right-minded people, the ones that, and this is just my opinion, the right-minded people that wants to have their careers like have a meteoric rise or be successful,
Marunong
would
makaintindi.
understand why. Yes. So, oh, hey, let me just read one comment here. I'm sorry, this is a pilot episode. I don't know how these things work. We have a comment here from, let me see. We have Andrew. Hey, Andrew. John Leonard.
You can show to the I think there's an option there, Uncle Jack na
Yep.
na ma-show yung comment nila. Guys, pagpasensya niya si Uncle Jack, may edad na yan.
Here. Joe, you're just anyway. So,
may edad na si Uncle Jack. 30 plus na yan, may edad na yan.
So Joseph Raimundo said, Chainsaw, the best coach and manager. And
thank you, Joseph Raimundo.
We have here, this was like a few minutes ago from KG Ebin.
Hey, KG. Guys, KG Ebin, big shout out to you, former one championship fighters.
Yes. You know, I'm gonna put the spotlight on myself for a bit. Kaji was the first. Kaji was the. So my first fight, Kaji was my opponent.
Oh, so wow, hindi ko alam yun Hindi ko alam naglabang kayo. Sino nalo? Tell me what happened to that fight.
So, I didn't know anything about MMA and how it works. I just know how to kick. That was it. Mm-hmm. And Kaji was, I think I was overweight. Then Kaji was really tall and he was really long. So when he released that straight, I went to Dreamland. End of story.
At tinamakan niya ng straight. Yung straight ni Kaji, matulis eh.
Yes.
Baka sparring ko na yan, matulis talaga.
But I think I left him with a sore leg after that.
Yun.
We have there
guys,
John Leonard.
Genesis malakas.
John Leonard, this guy. So, like, remember when you were asking saan ba na sports ang magbabayad ng malaki agad here?
Yan. Sabi, guys, si John Leonard Tolentino, sa coaches ko, international coach na yan, si John Leonard. Mm-hmm. Coach, siya yung kasama ko, guys, sa Brave. Against Mokaev. Mm-hmm. So, sabi nga nila, kalaban ko malakas, so kailangan ko rin ng malakas na kasama. So, I didn't think anyone than John Leonard, no?
I noticed you just have one guy with you. That's it. When you fight with Mokaev, right? Just one guy. That's JL.
JL, yeah, si John Leonard lang 2 days notice. Nangyari kay John Leonard, actually minsan maganda isama natin sa segment si Coach John Leonard
Yeah.
Nasa 7-Eleven ata kami noon. Basta kumakain lang kami noon, nagkatatapos lang ng training. Then all of a sudden, may tumawag sa akin, "Hey Joe, wala kami mahanap na kalaban kay Mukaev. Can you please fight with him?" Then tinanong ko kagad yung kasama ko, si John Leonard. Kumakain pa ka siya ng donut that time. So sabi niya, sige, palagan natin. Di pinalagan namin. So good thing na tinulungan ako ni Coach John Leonard, no? Big shout out to that guy. Sinamahan niya ako in a few days notice. May trabaho pa to, guys.
Right.
Grabe. Thank you sobra, Coach John Leonard.
So we have another one here. Clifford. Hey, shout out to Sir Clifford.
Shout out to my original coach, Clifford Hong. Siya yung pinaka coach ko talaga since day one. Nag-start ako ng MMA. And hindi lang basta sa MMA, kundi sa buhay. Siya talaga yung coach ko. That's the reason why nandito ako sa ganitong path is because of that guy. He's not only serve as a coach, but as a big brother and a father figure na rin. Kasi nung lumalaki ako, yung papa ko nasa Taiwan, then to si Sir Clifford, lagi ko siyang kasama. Then he's giving me very, very, very good advices in life. Then, yun lang naman si Sir Clifford. Then, yung kay Mukaev, actually, dapat siya yung kasama ko, no? Alam ko na, going back kay Mukaev, sorry Uncle Jack,
Go.
Siya dapat, si Sir Clifford kasi, siya yung pinakamagaling gumamit ng DARS sa team ko. Siya yung marunong mag-execute ng DARS choke. And yun yung pinakakahingaan ko Hindi footlock, hindi armbar, hindi triangles. DARS. Yun talaga, mahinga ako sa DARS. Then, a few days from that, na-injured si Sir Clifford sa training namin by Andrew Tika. Na-injured siya ni Andrew Tika. And then yun, nawala yung isa sa mga, kumbaga sa chest ko, nawala yung isa sa mga key part ng chest pieces ko. So walang nagtuturo sa akin paano mag-DARS, ng defendant DARS. Mahinga ako sa DARS Lagi ako nasasubmit ng DARS. Dati pa. So yun, nawala si Sir Clifford, then pumalit si Sir JN.
Oh. So everybody, this is just, everybody knows Joe Vincent, but they don't know who's behind you. Right?
Yeah.
And it for the longest time it's been Clifford
originally, right. Clifford Hong. First 2-3 belts ko, lahat naman naabutan niya lahat. Yung Naga lang hindi siya nakapunta kasi layo nun, Bicol, and then may personal business to attend this si Sir Clifford, no. Siya actually lahat ng laban ko nandiyan siya, nakasupport siya in and out.
So I want to ask you how.
No one sides.
I want to ask you, since we've discussed the deep end of PCC, like there's no TF, what's gonna happen to the fighters, that kind of stuff. If let's say isa ako na enthusiast, or I don't know anything about MMA, I'm gonna watch. What am I expecting with PCC? What sets it apart from other promotions? Ano ba ang pagkakaiba ng PCC?
Pagkakaiba. Uncle Jack, thank you. Thank you for asking that question. Ito talaga kailangan ko masagot, no. So, ang pagkakaiba ko sa ibang MMA promotion, aside from pagkatapos ng laban, i-manage ko kayo. Bihira lang naman, wala namang gumagawa nun Isipin nyo, may gumagawa bang MMA promotion nun na pagtapos mong lumaban, i-manage kita. Wala naman, di ba? What sets me apart is that first time to sa isang MMA promotion dito sa Philippines na gaganapin siya sa isang school, gaganapin siya sa isang Christian school, then umaga siya, actually hapon hanggang gabi, mid-gabi lang, 7, tapos na. So, first yon, then second, walang alak, good vibes siya. You can invite your kids, no? Yung mga anak nyo, kung may anak kayong batang lalaki, batang babae, asawa nyo, isama nyo. Kasi prohibited dito ang alak. Bawal ang any alak, pagyosi, bawal. No? Kung if kailangan mo talaga doon ka sa malayo. I'm inviting everyone, you can bring your family, yung mga tito mo, tatay mo, nanay mo, lola mo, sama mo. Kasi ito gusto ko ngang iniiba ko nga tong perspective ng MMA na, MMA, dapat nasa bar yan. Dapat may babae, dapat may
Right,
ganito,
right.
dapat may sugal. So this time, I'm trying to lumalayo ako doon. Lumalayo ako doon. I'm doing the other way around. Walang babae, walang sugal, walang yosi, walang beer, walang alak. Wala. Iba to. Ibang ano siya. Kumbaga sa pagkain, ibang lasa. So, again, hindi ko sinasabing mali yun, ha? Wala akong sinasabing mali, no, guys? Wala akong
Right,
just to
right.
be clear, I'm not saying anything bad about that. It's just iba lang yung akin, iba lang yung strategy ko, iba yung atake ko. I want this to be family friendly. Gusto ko yung mga bata maging aware sila what is MMA. This is the reason why bakit free ang admission. Libre ang entrance. Pwede mong isama lahat ng kamag-anak mo. Okay, then after that, alam naman ng lahat, Christian din ako. For amateur bouts, after that, meron tayong Bible preaching ng siguro 30 to
Wow.
20 to 30 minutes. May Bible preaching tayo, of course, para malaman ng lahat, ang MMA hindi lang basta basag ulo yan. Kasi you can be very good at fighting, pero yung spiritual mo, yung character mo, yung attitude mo, pangit. So,
I
wala rin.
I remember I think it was a video of Pastor Vince Vicencio.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said he said I don't I'm quoting him but not exactly like this. Ang sabi niya
Mhm.
is kapag ang tao tinuruan mo ng karate,
Mhm.
physical lang 'yun. Pero kapag kailangan mo din tuturuan ng salita ng Diyos. So his spirit would also be in a good state. Parang ganun. So like, you know, um
Mhm.
I guess all of this is stemming from you being a part of Tough Guys International, right? Because when you're describing how PCC would be as an event, this is like if I was a dad, I would tell my family, okay, dress up, let's go to this event, right? So parang it's a
Yes.
very the word would be wholesome. It's a very wholesome show. To add to that, there's preaching. So this is really something very different. Again, it's not the usual is not bad, but this is different. So I like it. I like it. We
Yes,
have somebody
eto
here.
niyan, tatay si Uncle Jack, 'no? So, tatay yan si Vian Vicencio. Shout out to my very fair guys, eto talaga isa sa as a manager, as a brother, as a fight, as a coach, sayang na sayang ako sa bata na 'to. Si Vian Vicencio, gusto ko talagang i-manage yung career niya kasi may potential siya. But apparently, no, na-injured siya. So, me, as his
Mhm.
older, kuya-kuyahan niya ako, as a coach, nasayangan ako. Kasi guys, sa Tough Guys ngayon, para malaman nyo lang, no, halos wala kaming black belt na MMA fighter. And ako, brown belt lang ako. Gusto ko talaga sana si Vian eh. Hopefully, he could recover soon. I'm praying for the best. Sana makabalik agad si Vian.
Yep.
Kasi magaling eh. Uncle Jack could prove that na gano'ng
Yep.
ka-talent tong bata na
Yes.
to. So, and then at the same time, gwapo pa. Diba? So,
Like you said before, I think it was we were on our way to Pampanga. You
mm,
told him, "Ikaw ang you're the face of Tough Guys," and I agree with that.
yes. Vian. Hindi ako guys, I'm
Um,
not the face of Tough Guys, si Vian. Or any other black belt. Currently, as a fighter, as a fighter. Maraming faces ang Tough Guys, maraming mga mukha yan. Of course, Pastor Shihan, Pastor Vincent.
mhm,
Pero sa MMA, gusto ko sana ang maging face ng MMA namin si Vian kasi black belt.
mhm.
Anak siya ng president namin. So, for me, I hope makarecover talaga siya. I do really hope. I'm
Yeah,
praying for it.
me too. We have here again from Juan Sykes. I think this is for you.
Teaching MMA, sharing the word of God. Always telling your story sa mga... Oh, wow, wow. Hopefully, makapag-compete din sila sa pag magagaling na sa... Juan Sykes, shout out to you, bro. Pwede sila mag-compete sa PCC. They could join amateur bouts. May amateur bouts kami. Then, if nakita ko pwede ng pang-pro, then pwede na silang main card, bato natin sa main card. Why not, no? Mali mo manalo, then we could send them out immediately as young as, ewan ko, 18, 19.
Right. And that's a very, very good segue or transition to this next question. Since you now have your own promotion, are you willing to work with other promotions here in the Philippines or maybe outside the country?
In the Philippines, of course, I'm willing to work with everyone. Guys, open ng PCC, hindi to competitor. Kaya nga wala naman pera diyan eh. Wala naman perang pumapasok sa PCC. I'm willing to work with everyone. Like in Mindanao, RFL, Reality Fighting League. Nag-join out kami. This fighting league is based in Davao, Mindanao area.
Yes.
Nag-reach out sa akin
Really
yung
far.
president nila. Then, sabi ko, sige, pag ako sino man manalo sa inyo, send them here. Your best. Yung pinakamagaling nyo. Sabi, padala nyo, ilaban natin sa PCC. Kasi maraming nanonood na international or matchmaker sa PCC. So, from there, pwede silang ma-discover kagad. No? Yun lang naman. And then, working outside, marami di naman sa pero marami akong ka-tight up ngayon sa international na promotion. Na manonood, matchmakers, co-matchmakers, mga junior matchmakers, na manonood sila. So, kaya my message to all the fighters competing in PCC, galingan nyo talaga. Kasi ibang opportunity naman to eh. It could change your life.
And as early as this, PCC 1 is just it's just a week from now. You already have been working. So I guess my question is kind of late because you've already been working with a separate promotion outside your own.
Yes.
So this is really a big
promotion.
Right. So this is really, I think people should see, and this is just my opinion, I think people should see the value of what PCC could bring them.
Yes. I may not be able to give you, guys, listen sa mga fighters, coaches, sa mga team dyan, maaaring nga I could not give you money. Pero, payo ko lang sa inyo, there is more than just money. There's opportunity. Okay?
Exactly.
So, kaya masyadong tumingin sa pera, 3, 2,000, diba, gano'n, 4, 10,000, kanyo na. Well, there's more than that, guys. There's more than just money. Kasi pag taas kita bayaran, wala na akong pakisayo. Pero ito, opportunity ang binibigay ko sa inyo. I'm using my connection sa international na para mabigyan kayo ng opportunity. Then again, so there's more than just money. I'm giving you opportunity. Coming from Brother Ando, that mindset will destroy. Money will destroy this. Pag binulag kita ng pera, wala ka ng ganyan. Guys, ang shoutout din pala kay Marwin Kirante. Kita nyo, nagtiwala siya sa akin. Kahit tanungin nyo si Marwin Kirante, yung coach niya, yung tito niya, sila Charles de Tomas, when it comes to money, anong nagiging usapan namin? Malinaw, nung una malinaw, halos wala. Pero tignan nyo ngayon, no? Yun. Vian. And anyway, going back, yun nga, guys, this mindset, yung pera, tanggalin nyo muna sa isip nyo yan. As pag fighter kayo, nagsisimula kayo ng career nyo, tanggalin nyo muna sa utak nyo. Focus on your skill.
Yes.
Build your efforts. I'll give you the opportunity. Maaring wala akong pera, pero opportunity.
And I think, Joe, this kind of mindset that you are promoting applies to almost every fields out there.
Yes, Uncle Jack.
it could be in the IT field. It could be, so just to give you an example, I was in the music industry
Uh-huh.
before, and most of the people that gets off and gets the really big record holders or record companies really spent some time to go on events that doesn't have money, just just to prove themselves. So this is a really good uh
Mindset.
lesson. Yep, mindset
Mm.
for everybody. um we have another one from Juan Sykes. He said, "Hobbit size fighter, sir. This page reminds me of Tambay ni Miron." I wanna give a shout out to Mr. I think his page is
Meron.
named, yeah, Miron, some
Reaction naman.
reaction ni Miron, yeah. He's kind of been supporting me
Supporting.
in this one. Yeah, thank you, sir, and thanks for the comment, Juan Sykes.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
we got a comment from JL here.
Coach Jel Tolentino. Guys, sa utak,
Mhm.
tanggalin nyo muna sa utak kahit anong career pa yan. I-mindset nyo muna maging pinakamagaling na sa career nyo. Napili nyo, Funny will follow. Guys, yan.
Yes.
Coming from Coach Jel Tolentino, isa sa mga international coach ngayon. Guys, you need to have a coach like him, guys. Hindi lang siya basta MMA coach. Ano rin siya, yan, life advisor din.
Yes.
Tingnan mo, life advisor din. Tingnan, ang ganda ng sinabi niyang yun. Mag-focus muna kayo sa career, then the money will follow. Di ba? Isipin nyo,
Exactly.
paano ko kayo babayaran? Kaya karpintero ka daw. Paano kita babayaran ng malaki kung nagsisimula ka pa lang sa career mo? So, di ba? Same goes for everything. Mekaniko ka daw. Paano kita babayaran ng malaki kung nagsisimula ka pa lang? Of course, you need to give me something. Pakita mo sa akin kung gaano ka kagaling, bakit kita dapat bayaran.
Exactly.
Ganun lang naman eh. So bakit kita kailangan bigyan ipadala sa international? Pakita mo muna sa akin. Gusto ko makita. Pakita mo sa mga business partner ko na sa mga matchmaker sa international kung bakit kanila dapat kunin at bayaran ng limpak-limpak.
Yes. So, long story short, you need to prove yourself first.
Yes.
Not right. Uh-huh. So Andrew said, "Such a pleasure to be in the presence of an amazing coach, John Leonard Tolentino."
Iba yan guys. Iba yan si John Leonard. I hope guys,
Yes.
message nyo rin, hopefully maging student din kayo. Pero matindi kasi yung qualification ni Mr. John Leonard eh. Bago niya kayo kuning student.
Mhm.
So, pero pag yan nasa likod nyo, yan nasa coach nyo, hindi lang kayo gagaling sa laban.
Yes.
Hindi lang kayo gagaling sa laban. Kundi ito, tatalas din yan. Tatalas din yung utak nyo.
And he's a really fun guy to be around with. He's not the toxic type na,
Oh, he's fun, but at the same time, he's strict.
Yes.
Strict to si John Leonard pag sa training. Pag na-late kayo,
Exactly.
nako, iba na yan. So,
I remember one time it's like 100. We were done with warm ups, and he was like, 100 burpees for you right now.
ganun si John Leonard.
I want to ask you, since we've been talking about PCC, and we've discussed almost everything about it. What do you see, or how do you see PCC in the future? Let's say 5 years from now. Nasaan ba ang PCC 5 years from now?
Guys, ito. I know this is a long shot pa talaga to. Pero I'm praying for it. I'm praying, and then hindi lang ako basta nagpe-pray. I'm working hard for it. I'm looking PCC as the biggest dito sa Philippines and hopefully in Southeast Asia. Kasi with my connection right now, I'm working really hard, really extra hard. Kung may idea lang kayo gaano kahirap yung pagtatrabaho ko rito. 5 years from now, so going back 5 years from now, I'm looking forward na maging major promotion sa Southeast Asia. Alam ko, this is a long shot, matagal-tagal pa to, pero hopefully, with the right people behind my back, mamumula using PCC, I could elevate MMA Filipino fighters. Umangat sila at the same time at lumaki ako sa Southeast Asia, mag-expand ako sa Southeast Asia. So, that's my real goal for PCC. For now, yan yung long shot ko. Pero for now, platform siya ng mga Filipino MMA fighters to build up their records. And once they build up their records, ima-manage ko sila. As simple as that.
You know, that's I could, like, personally, I could get back with you on that. I mean, I could get behind with you on that, because I would also want that vision when it comes to MMA, the MMA Philippines, or the MMA scene in the Philippines. Not just, and this is not just here in Manila, because here in Manila, MMA community everybody knows everybody. So I think you have another schedule. It's already past 9, but we have one more thing here. We're good.
I'm really
Okay.
interested. That's good, that's good. Actually,
Okay.
looking forward na next time, no, may pasok natin yung coach ko, si Mr. John Leonard Tolentino. So, hopefully, sa next episode mo, no, may pasok natin. Bonus pa,
Of
nagwapo pa
course.
si El. Sino to? Nagwapo pa si Sir J. Guys, kahit may edad na, may asim pa. Si John Leonard Tolentino. May
Oh,
edad na,
man.
may asim pa.
JL, you need to come here. You need to
Yeah.
come here next time.
Next
So,
Saturday. Hopefully nga pa every other day, no, Coach Jack, Uncle Jack, na mga pagano ka. Pero of course, may trabaho din si Uncle Jack from time to time. So Saturday
yep.
lang muna. Can you every kailan ka lang ba, Uncle Jack?
I am honestly overwhelmed with this right now, since I don't really know. I'm being transparent here. I don't really know how these things work, and all my equipment are just makeshift equipment. Probably every 2 weeks. We're doing this every 2 weeks, or if if anything happens in the, okay, let's make a deal. All right, this is for everybody to see. So I want the winners from your PCC to be here
Oh,
a
wow.
week after. How's that? Can we do that,
Wow.
Joe?
Oo naman, I will talk to all my fighters. The one who's exposure sa kanila to, sasabihin ko kagad sa kanila, immediately after, the winners of Common and Main Event will be interviewed sa show ni Uncle Jack, of course, and then sa main card natin. Yung mga bata doon, yung mga pag may mga, paano ba sabihin, yung mga fight of the night, of course. We'll interview them for the next 10 to 15 minutes. I will require them, Uncle Jack. Bakit? Kailangan nila ma-expose sa international. And then
Yes.
there's no better platform than this. Beyond the Cage. So there's no better platform than this, than Beyond the Cage. I-required ko sila lahat. Kailangan masanay silang makipag-usap.
Yep.
Kasi ganito rin eh. Francis Cabuoy, good evening. Hopefully manalo rin to si Francis Cabuoy. He'll be fighting Aris Lazar, one of the veteran MMA fighter. Sana, I really hope. Sabi ko nga sa inyo guys, kung lahat kayo pwede ko lang ipasok sa management team ko, why not, no? Pero only the best of the best ang kailangan kong maipadala sa international.
It's really an honor for, like, seriously, it's an honor for you to have a partnership with me with this one. Speaking of okay, before my question, we have a few stuff here. Here from Andrew.
Ay! Grabe! Grabe yan si Idol Jansen Talantad. Guys, he's the matchmaker of Philippine Combat Championship.
Oh, really?
And what? Yes, siya yung ano.
Oh.
Siya, guys, so wag kayo mag-message sa akin. If you want to book a fight, wala akong alam dyan. Si Jansen Talantad, sinasanay ko siya maging international matchmaker. So, siya ang message nyo.
I'm a huge I'm a huge fan of that guy. I think maybe if we meet one day, I hope I could have a talk to him. Look at this, bro. Look at this, huh? Huh?
Uy, ang ganda niyan. Guys,
Right.
grabe, ang ganda nung shirt ni Johnson na yun. Lagi ko suot yan.
Okay, we have another one here from here. Look.
Guys, ito, natutuwa ako dyan kay Johnson pero gusto ko ayan, right now sa Mindoro, lagi siya nasa shoutout ng mga radios doon. And then, ayan.
He's like a local celebrity
And,
in Mindoro.
Oo, guys, sana natutuwa ako as his coach and as his older brother. Natutuwa ako sa nagagawa ko sa career niya. And if not siya mag-success sa fighter, sisiguraduhin ko he'll be in a better place in life, no? Kasi syempre, kaibigan niya ako, bakit hindi? Umangat ako, hatakin ko siya patas. Ay, Juan Sykes, thank you. Thank you, so buti naman may ganitong page channel naman. I hope to see you one day here, Juan Sykes, na
Yep.
thank you for supporting us, by the way. Thank you,
Thank you,
sobra.
sir.
Yan. Kaya lang naman, and then hopefully maipanik din natin yung sikat na coach na si John Leonard Tolentino. So para ma-aware yung mga fighters kung ano ba nangyari sa international. Kasi exposed to si Mr. John Leonard Tolentino, exposed siya sa international. Nakasama niya sila Huende, sila Sylvester, nakasama niya yung mga yan, yung Brave Combat Champion niya ng bantamweight, si Wende, nakasama ni John Leonard Tolentino yan. So alam niya. Actually, si Mukaev, pati Coach Mukaev, nakasama rin ni Mr. John Leonard Tolentino. So, exposed siya sa international and he can give you a deep insight kung ano nangyayari, paano mag-cut weight, paanong klaseng technique ng pagpapads, paanong klaseng technique ng pagko-corner, ano nangyayari sa loob ng dugout. Yung mga hindi lang kasi sa loob ng cage marami pa nangyayari sa labas. Marami pa. And expose si Mr. John Leonard Tolentino dyan. And hopefully one day maakyat natin siya dito sa show pag hindi siya busy.
I was just about to say that this JL is a very interesting person, and I can't wait for him to be in my show. I have another one here from Andrew. We have one more question before we get to the end of this.
Yes. Thank you, Andrew T. Kaya sa mga love na love ko na estudyante, si Andrew, yan, si Johnson. Yan. Cyron Williams, one of the prospect ng Tough Guys. Guys, sana, I hope na maging focus siya, tuloy-tuloy lang siya sa character niya. I hope na maging next naman siya sa akin. Next siya kay Johnson, actually. Next siya kay Johnson.
Just so you know, Cyron Williams, we were sparring one time, and Cyron Williams gave me a really nice timed hook on my rib, and I went like, and he was like, "Are you okay?" Yeah, okay. He's one of the prodigies of Tough Guys.
Yeah, prodigy.
Pressure fighting and cage control is Coach JL specialty.
Dirty boxing, guys. Dirty boxing.
Dirty boxing.
Gusto like nyo matuto ng dirty boxing. John Leonard Tolentino.
Joe, I want to ask you about one more thing here. Where was that? I'm looking at my cheat sheet in here. Okay. So PCC. If without revealing too much, what do you think of the fight card? Ano ba ang what are we gonna expect sa fight card for PCC 1?
Thank you, Uncle Jeff, for asking that. I'm naantay ko talaga kayo. Sana iniisip ko itanong mo yan pero buti tinanong mo talaga. Let me check this fight card right now. Para mapag-usapan din natin yung fight card. Kasi we have only every Saturday. Buti sana kung araw-araw makakapag-ano tayo. Pero konti lang ang oras ni Uncle Jack. Pero let's go down to... Sige, simulan na natin sa top ng main card. Ay, top ng amateur bout. So, we have Kirante versus Melendres. Guys, itong Kirante na to, ito yung kuya ni Marvin Kirante. Kuya to ni
Big
Marvin
brother?
Kirante.
Did I
Yes,
hear
he's
that
big
right?
brother. Big
Okay.
brother. But then,
Interesting.
magaling siya. Maganda yung striking niya. Then, kahapon ko lang siya dinala kasi gusto ko talagang may pasok siya kasi mahatak talaga siya ni Marvin sa international eh. Isipin nyo, Kirante Brothers. And he's fighting Melendres. Lance Melendres. Magaling din to. Isa rin tong prospect sa UGB. Another MMA promotion. Then, maganda to. Maganda tong main event ng amateur bout. Kirante versus Melendres. I hope to watch them. And then we have Sombero versus Diaz. Sombero, guys, ito is top prospect fighter ng Warriors. Ng Bicol, around Bicol. Naga or Bicol? What is that?
I think I'm from Naga City, Bicol. So yeah, I think I've seen them before.
Daet. Ano ba si Daet? Bicol or Naga? Ano ba siya?
Bicol, yeah, Bicol.
Bicol. So, top prospect siya ng Warriors. Then he's up against Diaz, no? First opening our main card, So Diaz versus Sombero. It's exciting ako kung what they can bring on the card. Personally, hindi ko pa sila nakita lumaban and hindi ko pa ata sila nakita ng in person. Hindi ko sure, pero sila yung opening ng main card ko. And then we have Reden versus Vendadero. Reden, sorry, Manggiyat. Guys, etong si Manggiyat versus napanood ko na to lumaban against Charles Cabahug. Gusto ko yung fighting spirit niya eh. And he's a very good grappler. And he's fighting Vendadero, okay. Hindi ko kilala to. Pero I think sana maganda tong laban na to kasi grappler. Then narinig ko rito kay Verdadero is striker siya. So classic grappler versus striker. And then marami nakita ko na to maglaro si Manggiyat, may puso talaga siya lumaban eh. Buo yung loob niya. And then on our co-main event,
so you mostly know how they fight.
This Manggiyat, pero si Vendadero I never watch him fight. Going to our co-main event, Aris Lazar versus Francis Gabuhoy. Guys, nachichill ako sa laban na to kasi maganda talaga to eh. Parehas silang kaibigan ko, parehas silang they're good friends of mine. Pero apparently kailangan nilang maglaban. Kabuhoy, maganda yung nakita ko na yung wrestling niya. He's very good at wrestling. And then si Aris Lazar naman, he has a very good Muay Thai background. So, magandang laban ulit to. So si Aris Lazar, for those hindi nyo alam, matagkabatch ko pa siya sa MMA. And then, tinawagan niya ako. Then he wants to fight. Aris Lazar versus Francis Cabuhay. Parehas veteran na.
He's been around.
Nakasabay ko pa siya. Co-main event ko pa siya nun. Sa fight card. And then we have main event. Jeff Brucer versus Reden Manggiyat. Guys, etong dalawang Manggiyat na to, hindi magkapatid to. Nataon lang magkaapelido sa mga nagtatanong sa akin. Manggiyat, parehas silang hindi magkapatid, pero apelido lang parehas sa kanila. Parehas prospect. Sabihin ko na sa'yo, parehas prospect. And then, ma-share ko lang mabilis lang guys. Aris Lazar, tsaka si Manggiyat, si Reden, parehas nila akong kinontak. Then, matagal na silang fighter. Kabatch ko pa sila. And tingin ko si Reden, mas matagal pa nga sa akin eh. Kinontak nila ako. Sabi nila, Bro Joe, sabi niya, Coach Joe, baka pwede mo i-manage yung career ko, ganito, ganyan. Kahit walang bayad, magpapamanage kami sa'yo. And then, sabi ko, sige, ganun na guys, ganun. Nakita mo, itong dalawang fighter na to nakakaintindi. Naintindihan nila anong kailangan nilang gawin. So sabi ko, wala akong pan-TF, pero kailangan nyo lumaban para ma-build up ko yung record nyo sa Tapology. And then, if okay, pinakita nyo, ipapadala ko kayo sa international. And then guys, walang reklamo. Wala akong narinig kahit isang salita sa kanila. Sabi lang nila, game. Ganun yung mindset nila. Etong dala to, they'll be coming from Batangas pa. Imagine, Batangas. And then yung palaro ko sa Mandaluyong. Pupunta pa sila dun. Tignan nyo, nag-invest pa sila sa sarili nila. So I hope lahat ng fighter may ganyang mentality na katulad ni Reden tsaka ni Aris Lazar na investment to going for international.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yun lang naman. I hope all the best lalaban sa co-main event tsaka main event. I hope all the best. Si Jeff Bruiser, he's been around fighting amateur fights. Kita nyo, ang dami niyang amateur fight. Pero pag tinignan nyo yung topology, yung pro record ni sa topology ni Jeff Cell, walang naka-record.
Oh, so yeah, going
I think
back to the problem that we discussed
yeah,
earlier.
yun yung wala hindi naka-record yung mga niya. Oh, wala, 0-0 guys, Dahil nakalagay sa topology niya 0-0. Pero ang dami na niyang laban. And matagal na siyang lumalaban.
Like
we've reached out to local MMA, Michael Saison.
Mike.
Thank you for the support.
Like we've said earlier, like there's a lot of fighters that are talented here in the Philippines. Like in our circle alone here in Manila, madami na magagaling talaga. And the only problem is they don't have topology. Shout out again, Mike Saison, for telling the absolute truth.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike. Bihira ko lang marinig magsabi ng totoo si Mike. Pero ngayon, nagsabi siya ng totoo. Bihira ko lang magsabi. Pero ngayon, nagsabi talaga siya ng pinaka-totoo. Gwapo daw yung host.
We've only ever met once in person. I think it was your fight. It was an
UGP?
Event host. No. This was in Parañaque. You remember that?
Wow.
When you fought somebody that's like one level, one weight class higher than you.
Lower.
Yep. That was the only time I met him. Then everything else was online.
Oh, wow.
We got one more question here for you, Joe. So as we wrap up this incredible conversation, what's the legacy that you hope to leave? Ano ba ang gusto mo na maging impact mo sa MMA dito in sa Philippines or maybe in the history of MMA in the world?
Sorry, nawala ko doon, Uncle Jack. Sorry talaga. What impact should I be leaving in MMA?
Yes, ano ba ang gusto mong maging legacy? Like if let's say si Joe Vincent, so ano ba ang na-contribute niya sa MMA in the Philippines?
Okay guys, nagulat ako sa tanong na yun.
It's alright.
Actually, contribute sa MMA, hindi ko naman nakikita na makaka-contribute ako sa MMA. It's that iiwan ko yung sagot na yan sa mga viewers natin, sa mga taong nakakilala sa akin. Hindi ko masagot ko ano pang may iwan ko eh. As of for right now, maaring ang as a fighter, I might not be able to na hindi ko man nagawa talaga yung makuha yung championship belt sa international, ganyan. At least man lang sa mga tough guys na bata, nagtuturo kasi ako ng libre sa tough guys for the last 10 years, guys. Last 10 years. Libre lahat ng tinuturo ko. Yun man lang, at least nakatulong ako sa mga future generations ahead, no? Ahead from me. Yan. Tulad yan, nila Vian, yung mga ibang fighters, sila Jansen. And then, for the local community, so iiwan ko na lang yan para sa inyo. That is not for me to answer. It's for you to answer. Kayo magsabi ko ano ba nagawa ko. Sino ba natulungan ko. Kasi
I think we have one answer here.
Yan, sa tough guys. Dami mga contribute, especially your legacy. I'm sure your student in tough guys main gym will want to continue the torch in the future. So yan. Sa tough guys, I could answer that question. I could answer that question. A man who made opportunity invested in the people around him. Sobrang unselfish. Thank you, Andrew Tika. Thank you, Michael Saison. Sa tough guys, I could answer nag-contribute ako sa mga student natin. Yan yung mga lesson that I learned from international, I could share it to them. Kung anong klaseng technique, kung paano ganito, paano yung procedure, ano ano bang meron sa international level? And of course, with the help
Mm.
of Mr. John Leonard Tolentino, makakontribute kami definitely ng international level sa team ng Tough Guys. And when it comes to local opportunity, when it comes to local MMA sa Pilipinas, hindi ko masagot yan for now. Actually, wala pa naman talaga ako nagawa. Sa tingin ko, wala pa naman ako nagagawa sa local MMA. It's for you guys to answer, no? Hindi ako. Ayoko naman masyadong binubuhat ko yung bangko ko. I let other people tell. Baka mamaya may nasaktan din ako, yun. Hindi ko rin naman masabi or may natapakan din akong tao without knowing. So, I'll let you guys answer it. But as far as I'm concerned in Tough Guys, I've been teaching there for free for the last 10 years. And then I've been giving them the international level na training or international level experience, what I've learned on my past
And
losses.
I think that alone is a statement on how you are as a fighter and how you contribute, because I've experienced this, and what you teach us and your students are not the cheap stuff. These are things that would cost you thousands outside. And that's
So,
just
yes.
honest. That's just being honest here. Um, what do you like? If there are hopeful fighters and fighters wannabes out there, kung let's say gusto nila maging fighters, what would you advise them? What's your advice to them?
My advice to the young fighters, guys, keep pursuing yung dream. Kung alam nyo talaga na may talent kayo, you have the passion for it, habulin nyo lang. Habulin nyo siya. Huwag nyo titignan yung pera. Because the moment you look at the money side, that's the downfall of your career. Ako na nagsasabi sa inyo. Ako na personally nagsasabi. The moment na tumingin kayo, nawala lang kayo ng landas, nawala lang kayo ng isang mata, nakita nyo kagad pera, that's the downfall of your career. That's the end of that. Ako, as a manager ni Marvin, in-avoid ko siya dyan. Kumbaga yung tingin niya, tinapat ko yung ulo niya dun. Kasi what do I mean by money? Guys, pag nakatapak na kayo sa international, alam ko yan eh. Alam ko yung process diyan, alam ko yung usapan diyan. For example, Jack, I'll let you fight this undefeated Dagestani for this amount. And ako as your coach, alam kong hindi mo siya kaya. And hindi ka pa nandun sa level. I-resentro ko yung ulo mo. Jack, don't look at that way. Dito muna tayo, umakyat muna tayo step by step. Dito ka muna sa ka-level mo. Yes, hindi great yung money, pero yung opportunity for you to grow as a fighter, nandun. So going back to your question, Uncle Jack, my advice to the fighter, keep training hard, focus lagi, and always listen to your coach because your coach is your friend. He's your brother. And then if may manager kayo, believe them. Because your manager mo, walang gusto yan para sa'yo kundi manalo. Yun lang naman. My advice is, dun lang. Huwag titingin sa pera. Laging sa sarili mo. Training hard every day. Maniwala kayo sa akin, ako, fighter din ako. Coach din ako. Kaya alam ko yan.
And to add to that, your coach can save your life. Because he can see things that you cannot when you're inside the ring fighting. So, listen. The key word is listen and have brains too.
Yes.
Yes. Let me invite the commenters and the listeners here to give reactions on what we've talked about recently, any of the topics. Let me invite people here. I'm seeing same faces here: Michael Saison, Andrew.
Hindi naman. Hindi naman, Andrew, hindi ka mababawon, hindi ka naman umaten ng training. Joke lang naman.
So, let me take this moment. Sorry, I'm monitoring something. Let me take this moment to tell everybody that on my next episode, I give away something I don't know what it is, but I will give away something, and I'll post. It could be anything. You know, it could be a mug, it could be a pair of gloves, anything. I'm gonna give
Could be
away
money,
something.
pwedeng pera.
No, no.
Punta lang kayo
Um,
sa show ni Jack.
so I'm gonna give away something next episode, and I'll post the mechanics on how you're gonna get it
Get it.
or how you can join. Okay. Let's see some commenters here. Uh, One sec. So, Joe,
Mhm.
I'm gonna give you this moment to say hi and say thank you to the people and invite, especially invite everybody to PCC one this coming
Okay.
day,
So,
Feb 1.
wait lang Uncle Jack. Wait, very quick, very quick. I have cheat sheet for that. Ayoko may makalimutan akong
All right, I have cheat
Okay.
sheets too.
So, first and foremost, I would like to thank my head coach, Mr. Clifford Hong. He's been a big brother to me, a father figure, and everything, life advisor. And to my closest, one of the people I trust, JL, Coach JL Tolentino, brother, he's like a brother to me. Minsan pag may hindi ako naintindihan, I ask these two, Clifford and JL. Same age, around same age lang naman sila. So, I ask people like above me. Jansen Talantad, to my student, love na love ko to. Jansen Talantad, Andrew Tika, this guy supported me in a way that no one else could support, no? Sinuportahan nila ako sa mga bagay-bagay. Andrew Tika, sa kanyang event, he supported me there. So I really, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have these two students. And then Jack Fordoso, Uncle Jack, thank you so much. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. Sa mga hindi nakakalam, he'll be my announcer. Si Uncle Jack ang magiging announcer ko sa Philippine Combat Championship. Thank you, Uncle Jack. Sobra. Ang laking tulong neto sa akin. And
You're welcome. My pleasure.
sa dalawang taong nag-support pa next is photographer, kay Mike De La Cruz. Thank you for offering your service na magiging free photographer. Thank you so much. And then to Mr. Dan Villegas, my videographer. Thank you so much, Sir Dan and Sir Mike, for helping Philippine Combat Championship on his first event. Mari nga, I could not pay you, I could not afford your services at this time, pero hopefully in the future, I could afford you now. And then to my special someone, Dr. Keats Rodil, shout out, Doc, and happy birthday to you. And may this month be very good. May you be able to achieve your future endeavors in life. Happy birthday, Doc, then again. And then yun lang naman. Shout out to Clifford, JL, Janset, Andrew, Jack. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. Sila yung core value ng PCC. Hindi dahil sa akin, kundi sila. Yun lang naman. Sino kung gusto nyo makita ang personal poging host, pumunta na kayo sa Feb 1. Poging host.
JL.
Next time, I hope,
So,
no,
yeah,
makapanik si
yeah, definitely. I'll let's work on that. I want JL here. He's and kidding aside, his commentary and his way of thinking would really open up your mind to new ideas. So I guess that wraps up our conversation here. I hope I'll be having you again in future episodes.
Uncle Jack, every Saturday, I'm gonna be here.
Wow.
Nandito ako,
Wow.
lagi ako nandito sa show mo. Next Saturday, I don't think we have one. Do
Yeah,
we?
no.
Because, hindi, nandito. Ano
No.
ba
Next
next Saturday?
Saturday is Feb 1.
Feb 1 na ba next Saturday? Oh,
Yep.
fudge. 1 week na lang pala, PCC. Guys, ang bilis ang panahon. Dami ko pang di naayos. I hope may makatulong sa akin. Anyway, we're gonna work on that. kailangan maging busy ako this week sa PCC. Kailan yung next episode mo? Anyway, can you please invite them, Uncle Jack?
That's gonna
Sunday
be.
yun na.
No, I have Sunday is like my rest day.
Oh,
So,
rest day na.
next would be February 8th. So that's
Ang tagal
a week
naman, Coach
after.
Jack. Ang tagal. Just kidding. It's up to you, Coach Jack.
Yeah.
Uncle Jack.
Mhm.
It's up to you. Then again, I think we are doing great by this time. Personally, on your first episode, wow, napawaw ako. Para ikumpara ka na kagad kay Reaction ni Meron, they reminds you of them.
No.
So, on your first episode, no? First episode. And then guys, just to let you know, lahat yan, ano lang yan. Mano-mano pa lang lahat yan. Wala pa to. Hindi pa alam ni Uncle Jack gamitin tong platform na to, yung headset niya, hindi niya pa alam. So, I'm so happy na. Ang ganda ng ginawa niya, no? By the way, last pa pala, shout out to my team, Tough Guys International.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Nakalimutan ko. 10 years in service, Tough Guys International. Kita nyo naman, no? So, suot-suot ko pa siya. So, 10 years in service na ako sa Tough Guys. This coming February, pang 10th year ko na sa kanila. 10th year anniversary with the Tough Guys. Huge shout out. Kasi without them, there will be no Joe Vincenzo.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi si Tough Guys ang nagbigay ng idea sa akin ng free martial arts.
Yes.
But you need to listen to the preach of a pastors.
So I guess, your core values here, I'm just analyzing you here because that's what I do. So your core values that you are following when you created PCC comes from the teachings of Tough Guys International, right?
Yes. James Sandok, shout out to one of future black belt ng Tough Guys.
We got here from a really truthful statement from Andrew Tika.
Hey, Champ Jack.
So they're calling me champ because I won this tournament one time. That doesn't really prove anything, but they're calling me champ.
You're a champ?
Right. No. Okay. So we are inviting everybody to PCC 1. This is making history here in MMA Philippines. Be there February 1 at 3 p.m. Don't be late.
Sorry guys, please like and follow my Instagram page, Philippine Combat Championship. Sa mga fighters, if you want to compete, please like and follow. Lahat kayo dapat may Instagram. Without Instagram, I could not promote you internationally. Kasi yan ang base platform nila. Guys, tinuturo ko na sa inyo yung recipe. So, please like and follow sa Instagram page natin. Without any Instagram, hindi ko kayo pasasaliin sa PCC. Kasi walang purpose. Hindi ko naman kayo ma-market sa international. So, ano pang purpose? Huwag na kayo sumali. Again, PCC 1, 3 p.m. Saturday. And International Baptist Church School in Mandaluyong. I'm inviting everyone. It's for free. Please come with your family, friends, kids. Sama nyo na rin buong kanyo. Free lang. Philippine Combat Championship brought to you by no other than Joe Vincenzo.
Joe Vincent Chainsaw.
It's gonna be an explosive fight. I'm inviting everyone to watch. 3 p.m. sa International Baptist Church. Free entrance.
And we'll see you there. Joe, it's been a pleasure having you here in, bringing a very, very good impact. Bringing a bang in my first episode. It's quite an honor to have you here, seriously.
Of course.
So we'll see you there Saturday.
Supporting your show.
Thank you. So I'll see you there Saturday.
Yes. Bye, Uncle Jack. Thank you so much for having me in your first episode. Guaranteed to you, I'll be bringing most of my fighters here. Big superstars, my friends. You'll be interviewing them. So,
Thank you so
see you
much.
soon, Uncle Jack. See you this Saturday. To
See
all
you,
of the
bro.
fans out there, I hope you have a great day. See you at PCC1 this coming February 1, 3 p.m. Exact, guys, exact time. Exact time ako mag-start. May mga VIP ako doon, kaya kailangan kong ma-utilize yung time nila.
Right on. More
Okay?
power to you, Joe, and to everybody and to PCC1. I hope it's gonna be a success. See you there.
Thank you, Uncle Jack.
So that wraps up the first episode of Beyond the Cage with Jack. Hey, Apple Spice! First episode is amazing. Congratulations, Jack. Thank you, Apple Spice. Number one fan. So, I've been thinking, what did we learn from this episode? So, Joe has created a solution to the problem of most fighters here that most fighters struggle with here in the Philippines, which is um, not a lot of us has uh, recorded fights, which is the requirement for you to get off the local scene and get to in the international scene. Um, and it also brings opportunity to everybody, fair opportunity to everybody. And this is kind of there's no other word for it. This is kind of a charity work, really, because Joe's not getting everybody's not getting anything here, especially Joe. And having said that, I think this is that one opportunity for hopeful fighters in the Philippines to get on better opportunities. So that's it. Hey, MNG Hustles. Thank you, Uncle Jack. Uncle Jack is making me feel like I don't even want to say it here on camera. But I guess if you want to call me that, then go ahead. Next episode would be Feb 8. I won't be having an episode on Feb 1 because I'm in PCC doing announcing. I'm practicing my voice. So thank you so much for the people who are watching, who watch the show. Uncle Jack or Daddy Jack. that that is even dirtier, JM. All right. Thank you so much for everybody who supported me here, have been supporting me and watching. I hope we can have more subscribers and viewers to bring you insights into the heart of MMA Philippines, the fighters, the experiences, and everything else in between beyond the cage. Again, this is your host, Jack, or Uncle Jack, and I'll see you on the next episode. Loati.